Shrine of Japan-Korea Exchange. Kishitsu Shrine. A shrine that enshrines Kishitsu Shusi. Japanese, Chinese characters and Hangul language are written together. On the other side of the information board, there are Shushi Tei and Kishitsu Shrine. I cross the road. Stone monument of Kishitsu Shrine. I can see the Shushi Tei over there. The explanation of this exchange square as written. I will go around the Shushi Tei. I will go to Kishitsu Shrine. This is the Chozuya. This is the main shrine. The history of Kishitsu Shrine is written in Japanese and Hangul on the far right side of the main shrine. On this information board, the history of how Kishitsu Shusi was enshrined in this place is written. This is a stone shrine with a height of 1 meter, and there is an octagonal tombstone with a height of 48 centimeters, and it is said that Kishitsu Shusi is engraved on one side. It's a relaxing landscape that I've seen in the past. Don't you think so? I will visit the main shrine and go home. This historic building stands out for a rural landscape. Two poles stand on both sides of the sidewalk. Is it to display the flags of Japan and South Korea at some event? It seems that there are very few materials and information related to the Kishitsu Shrine and the Kishitsu Shusi enshrined at the Kishitsu Shrine. I was able to obtain a certain amount of knowledge about the relationship between the Yamato court in the Nara period and the countries of the Korean Peninsula Baekje, Silla, Goguryeo, etc., and China Tang by checking on SNS. As a result, I feel that things from more than 1,300 years ago have vaguely surfaced in my head. I imagine that with the help of talented people who came to Japan from the Korean Peninsula at that time, Japan was able to take shape as a unified nation. I remember hearing that the historical novelist Ryotaro Shiba, who is said to have established Shiba's view of history, was interested in present-day Shiga Prefecture, especially the Koto region. Personally, I am creating this video under the influence of it. The Koto region has interesting themes such as Kishitsu Shrine, Ishidoji Temple, and Hyakusai-ji Temple. In Hirakata City, Osaka Prefecture, there is Kudara-o Shrine, which enshrines the royal family who came to Japan from Baekje, just like Kishitsu Shusi. This Baekje royal family is the killed Kishitsu Fukushin, the father of Kishitsu Shusi. It is said that King Diji had a prince, Yo-Hoseo, and a younger brother, Zenko. His younger brother, Zenko, is said to have been in Japan at the time. Since Baekje was destroyed in 660 AD, I imagine that Zenko remained in Japan and served the Yamato imperial court. It may be an irony of history that the descendants of a family that fought in the ruling class of Baekje survived in Japan and demonstrated their abilities in the then Yamato imperial court. Although it is superfluous, there is a person in Japan whose surname is Baekje, Kudara. I don't know if its roots are connected to Baekje. So far, I have been associated with two people with the surname Baekje, Kudara. One of them is a female classmate in elementary school, and the other is a male acquaintance at work. Coincidentally, I remember that both of them were excellent people. Sometimes I think that the mysterious power of a surname has a little effect on the person's excellence. Please take this as a joke. But I digress. I think it's getting less or gone these days. In the past, there was Kudara-gun in the place name. It is said that there were also many Kudara temples. From there, it is understandable even if the surname, Kudara, originated. In reality, I sometimes see people who use the name of the temple as their surname. It is also true that many Japanese surnames are derived from place names. From now on, my opinion will be included. Please ignore it properly. In August of the second year of Tenji, Kishitsu Shusi was defeated by the Tang and Silla allied forces at the Battle of Hakusukinoe A663 AD, and any hopes for Baekje's revival were dashed. After that, it is said that he came to Japan around September of the same year. If that is true, then if Kishitsu Shusi had worked at the Yamato court until he died in 688 AD, he would have worked at the Yamato court for about 20 years. Prince Zenko of Baekje King Giji was either a state guest or a hostage, I don't know, and is said to have been in Japan for about 30 years. At the very least, he must have been able to speak Japanese beyond the level of daily conversation. On the other hand, it is unknown whether Kishitsu Shusi came to Japan before defecting to Japan. Was Kishitsu Shusi able to work in the Yamato imperial court as an immediate fighting force? Was there a dedicated interpreter by his side? Or did he acquire Japanese as a general education? Kishitsu Shusi is said to have been given a high-ranking position in the Yamato imperial court. Kishitsu Shusi must have been an excellent politician as well as an excellent soldier. It seems that Kishitsu Shusi wasn't involved in military affairs in the Yamato court. I can imagine that there was a high degree of political consideration there. At that time, Nara period, many people came from the Korean Peninsula and were moved to all over Japan, from Kyushu to Tohoku, by the Yamato court. Many people live in present-day Shiga Prefecture and the Kanto region. The remnants of that still remain in the current place names. At first, I think I was living in a village with migrants. However, it is thought that it has been assimilated into the Japanese over a long period of time. It is speculated that Ryo-Taro Shiba exerted that influence on Omi merchants in Shiga Prefecture and the Bando samurai. I think Shiga Prefecture is a very attractive place for ancient history lovers. I would like to continue to explore various places in the future. Thank you for your watching. I will continue to gradually improve the video content and editing level. I want to raise it. With expectations for me. Good, and subscribe if you do. It will lead to my motivation. Thank you. I'm tweeting the digression of the video on Twitter. Please follow me if you like. Thank you. This video is over.